the whole Tony Stark variant of Doom, that happened in the comics. Read a comic. We realized last week that didn't happen in the comics.
Right.
It was a lot like that movie Freaky Friday. Mm-hmm. People woke up body swap. We've seen in other movies too. If me and you were body swapped, Adrian, you wouldn't be a Mike variant. You'd be Adrian in Mike's body.
Correct.
Right? So when Doom and Tony Stark were body swapped, no one was a fucking variant. Batman Day was this past Saturday. Shout out to Batman, the greatest comic book hero of all time.
Sometimes he is. We start doing that Boy Scout shit with the Joker.
Are you alluding to the fact that maybe Batman should have taken care of the Joker?
Long time ago.
Sofia Falcone is not in the script for the Batman 2. If she's not in that movie, is that a miss? Is that a mistake?
The Batman 2?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. No.
I would just say it's a disservice. Sofia Falcone was the shit in that show. She was a fucking savage. For that reason, to me, it's a disservice. Another week, another banger, as they say.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We deliver bangers, Adrian. You're just getting banged when you're here on Only Comics, kind of. Not really. Where can you get this amazing shirt that Adrian's wearing, you ask? You can go on onlycomicsmerch.com. I'm starting off hot, Adrian, giving you a warning. I am glazing Batman because it was Batman Day. So, number one, the Batman was better than Superman. All right. Welcome to Only Comics. I'm Mike. That's Adrian.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Another beautiful day in New England.
Always, dude. Oh, well, not always. It's New England, but it's a beautiful day. You know, any day above ground is a great day, I heard once.
Yes, and I agree.
Yeah, unless it's your last day above ground, then it's
probably, I mean, you don't know. I mean, you heard some people, there was a scientist, he was convincing people that there's no afterlife, and people were like rushing to get there.
Oh,
so
shit. Are you talking about that movie?
No,
this
is real.
Really?
Yeah. I'll fact check this, of course.
Yeah, fact check. It could have been the movie, and maybe you were just like,
no, I don't think it was a movie. It was some dude. It's like, based on what I'm finding, that there's nothing after.
Oh shit.
Or there's something better. I think. Whatever the fuck it was, people start rushing to go to that. So I'm like, come on, dude. I mean, you really need a reason to do something that dramatic.
Hey, if it's really that better, just wait till you get there.
Yeah, or that.
Be in the moment, Adrian. Yeah. And that's what I encourage all of everybody watching here today is just be in the moment.
Yep.
Be here with us for the next couple hours.
Absolutely.
We talk about comics and only comics, Adrian.
And sometimes, like the aforementioned fucking things that we just talked about, it might be doing some other stuff.
Dude, there's a movie, you're saying that. There's a movie called The Discovery. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
And the premise is pretty much that. And matter of fact, we were just talking about Robert Redford a little bit. He just passed away this past week. He's actually in that movie, The Discovery, and it is about a scientist who proves that there's an existence of an afterlife, and then right after that leads to a extremely high suicide rate.
Right. Because
to your point, they're all trying to get there. And I didn't get through the whole movie because it starts to get kind of wacky. Because the way they discovered this was like someone had a near-death experience and came back. And but anyways, when you said that, it reminded me of this movie a little bit. But you've never seen it or heard of it?
I have not.
It's a 2017 Netflix release. But anyways, we got an action-packed show today. There's a lot of news. Adrian, Batman Day was this past Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, September 20th. So shout out to Batman, the greatest comic book hero of all time.
Sometimes he is.
Sometimes. My number one, in case you haven't.
We start doing that Boy Scout shit with the Joker, and Joker, stabs him.
Yeah.
Shoots Catwoman or some bullshit. Then he goes to Arkham and then breaks out.
Of course, every single time. Are you alluding to the fact that maybe Batman should have taken care of the Joker?
Long time ago.
Okay. Like if there is at least one of his villains, like if he was going to break his rule for one, he probably would go that route.
Well, but the truth of the matter is, if you wipe out Joker, you might as well wipe out Batman because it's the same premise. It's a comic book character. One can't be without the other one, kind of a deal.
True.
So if you can kill off Joker, you can kill off Batman.
Sure. But we don't want to see that.
No, we don't want to see that.
I mean, he's been around for like 80-something years, dude.
Right.
So anyways, well, we got a lot of news and rumors for the week, as always. One of the big chunks of news and rumors this week is, speaking of the Batman 2. It's been a while. We've talked about this movie, Adrian.
Yeah.
You remember how upset I was when this thing was pushed back?
Wait a minute. Didn't we talk about this last week?
Possibly.
Is that a while? You're on God's time.
Possibly.
A minute is a millennia. Is a fucking 1,000.
But I mean, really
years.
talk about Batman. It's been a minute. There hasn't been a whole lot of news out there because it was pushed back. Matt Reeves was, finishing up the script. I saw someone online comparing Matt Reeves' output to James Gunn in like the same window, and Gunn had, like probably 3 or 4, not even. He had, I think, Suicide Squad, Peacemaker, season 1 and 2, the Superman, Creature Commandos. He had all these things put out, and Matt Reeves had the Batman 1 and nothing since. So they're like, man, does that mean that, does it mean that Gunn's a better, movie writer director, or is it just, people kind of work at their own pace? I mean, I don't think, like, in your opinion, and this is completely off track what I was going to talk about, but do you think that the fact that James Gunn has put out several films and shows in the same time that Matt Reeves has been working on this one script, does that make James Gunn a better writer?
No, not at all. It's not how you start, it's how you end, number one. Number two, people do work at their own pace. I mean, it's just... So, no, it doesn't mean that he's a better writer.
Right.
I mean, he could have better resources, or since Gunn likes to be in front of the TV all the time, you know, in social media, Matt Reeves probably don't. He could be holding things, closer to the chest.
Sure.
But just because he put out more stuff, that doesn't mean that, he's better at it.
No. And I mean, I think that the stuff that they're referring to was all pretty quality stuff, right? Like, I mean, it's not like he put out a bunch of duds. He put out some good, quality movies. But also, it's a whole different style of movie too. I think that, not that it isn't a lot of work doing what Gunn did, but I think with these Batman movies, especially the first one, there was a big mystery, serial killer element to it. Like there was. I think there's more that goes into that, in my opinion, as a writer.
Well, I mean, when you say that, it kind of dismisses Gunn's process. However, I do believe that maybe Matt Reeves. So when you, as a manager, you walk down the hall when you got people that do things, right? They literally, as you're going from the elevator to the next room, somebody can pop something in front of you. You can kind of review it. I like that, change that, green light that, check mark that, blah, 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 give it back to that person. They can go running off with it. Creature Commandos. I'm assuming Gunn just, did one of those kind of strolls because he didn't actually sit down and draw the shit himself.
Right.
So he had a team of people that's producing things for him, and he wants to just put stuff out there. So in that particular case, then, he's got teams of people that's doing things, and he's just reviewing green lighting, where Matt Reeves, he might have a team of people too, but he's just, we just wait until we get this thing out because I want my full attention on this. Whatever. We don't know. We're all speculating.
Sure.
But the short answer is that does not make Gunn a better writer-producer than Reeves.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I think they're both phenomenal directors and writers. I mean, Matt Reeves, he's known more for the Planet of the Apes trilogy. He's just now kind of getting into the superhero realm. I thought those movies were really, really done well, written well. And I think Gunn's proven that. I mean, he's pretty much got all hits, dude. I mean, 1 or 2 here and there, but he's been on a solid streak. So maybe writes faster, dude. Could be that. But so no, I think they're both. I think, like you said, you judge them on the finished product, and both of these finished products that we've seen recently with Superman and then the Batman, I think they both were phenomenal. So, but that being said, Matt Reeves gives us an update on the Batman too. He's doing some interviews. So you're talking about James Gunn doing some press and interviews. Matt Reeves said I could do this too. So and there's a couple points here. I think I got about 3 or 4 major points, at least. I read the interview. I'm not going to go through the whole interview, but I took away 3 big takeaways from this Matt Reeves interview he did recently. I don't remember who he actually did it with, but, anyways. Kristen Milioti, she plays Sofia Falcone in the Penguin series. She just won an Emmy last weekend for her role in that show. Well deserved, right? This is probably the least appealing piece of news that I got from this interview. It sounds like, as of right now, Sofia Falcone is not in the script for the Batman 2. Do you think that not having her in that movie, now who knows what happens in the result? This movie comes out October of 27. But if she's not in that movie, is that a miss? Is that a mistake?
The Batman 2?
Yes.
No, I don't think so. No.
Really?
No. Because if the Penguin is in it, it's about Penguin's character development with Batman.
Okay.
Most comics that I've read didn't have a Sofia Falcone in it. The movies that had Penguin in it didn't have a Sofia Falcone in it.
Okay.
So this one can survive without a Sofia Falcone. Now, if you were to say, hey, Sofia Falcone is not going to be in the next Penguin, that would be a travesty.
Okay. I think this is a travesty. And here's why. Okay. I think it's a travesty because I hear what you're saying, that Sofia Falcone character is not instrumental to Batman.
Right.
I think the only comics I've ever seen Sofia Falcone in were The Long Halloween and Dark Victory.
Okay.
And yes, you're right. I haven't seen her tied to Penguin. And actually the tie to Penguin is something new that was started in the show. But the reason I would just say it's a disservice because of how amazing that character and how Kristen portrayed that character in the Penguin. Mm-hmm. Sofia Falcone was the shit in that show. She was a fucking savage. For that reason, to me, it's a disservice. But
I don't disagree with her performance, but not required.
Got it. Okay. The other, so and this was his statement about it, and this is why I say it's not for sure yet. He said, Kristen, not in this one, but that's because we were so deep into the script by the time the Penguin, came out or whatever. Mm-hmm. But we'll see. I think she's incredible. That last part has me like, is this, a little diversion, Adrian, to kind of keep us thinking she's not there, and then bam, she shows up and Mike's happy,
Everybody lies. Who knows? But I still find it amazing that. So when is this coming out?
October 1st of 2027.
So 2 years from now. Mm-hmm. I find it amazing that. Well, I can understand that if they have something, it's pressed, it's done. It was made before the Penguin came out, and let's keep it moving. Mm-hmm. But if there's some kind of way to squeeze her in, reshoots, whatever, because they do that up to 6 months before, right? Which I find amazing. So it takes you 2 years to put out a movie, but you can do some reshoots the weekend before you release
exactly.
it. So if the Penguin is going to be in the next Batman, and there can be some relations between the Penguin and Sofia, I would say make it happen, but I don't think it's necessary.
Like hump day relations, or like.
No, that the fighting shit they've been doing.
I don't know. I just want to clarify.
I don't want to see that, dude. Like in Sofia rolling across the Penguin's gut and shit.
Here comes Oz. That's not a good sight. Not a good mental picture. So the other part about this interview, he went on to say, because of what the first movie was and what the Batman 2 is, which is so much a detective story, the idea of trying to protect some of the secrets of the movie is super important because it's a mystery. He goes on and says some other stuff. But this reason this was a big takeaway for me is one of, I hate to even call it a critique book, but if I had to pick a down about the previous Batman movies, and I do like a lot of them. Like, I talk a lot of shit, but The Dark Knight is a phenomenal movie. I think it's a little carried by the Joker, but Batman Returns, the first Batman. There's been some really solid Batman movies. Sure. My one, I guess, the void for me in seeing these, and this is coming from, like I said earlier, joking around, like I'm a huge Batman fan. I've read a lot of Batman comics. Not seeing Batman as a detective in a lot of these movies, for me, was the big piece missing. We've seen Batman fight. We've seen him go after the girls. We've seen him, play the character of Bruce Wayne, the playboy, whatever. We've seen him even in some of these movies, find a Robin, right? But the one thing we've not seen a lot of was him being the detective. And he's known as the world's greatest detective.
I mean, you've seen it, but in a movie, I think the idea is to keep people's minds engaged. And it's hard to, at least they haven't come up with a real creative way that I've seen.
Yeah.
To have people get excited about what someone is thinking while they're going through the process, of trying to figure out something. Yeah. I mean, you've seen it in other detective movies.
Sure.
But in a superhero movie, it's about, the movement and the chaos and all this other kind of stuff. And having him do detective work, I mean, you've kind of seen it.
I mean, we've seen it in the Batman, right? I mean, that's the most we've seen it was in the Batman. But I like that we're getting that aspect of Batman in these two movies.
So what are you looking for when you say him being a detective?
I'm thinking when I hear this statement, because he first says the detective story, and then he says trying to protect the secrets of the movie because it's a mystery, meaning it's a mystery story, which feels to me a lot like the Batman. It's weird to say that, the Batman, but if I say Batman, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyways, like the first movie where you had, Riddler killing these people. We didn't know it was Riddler at first. So Batman was doing detective work throughout this movie.
Right.
So I mean, in that aspect, not necessarily everything going on, but showing up to the crime scene, seeing shit that the cops don't see. How many times have we seen that in the comics? You know, we've seen a little bit of it in the Dark Knight series, mainly the second movie in the Dark Knight, but not to this extent. So the fact that it sounds like they're almost doubling down on that leads me to believe that this is going to be one of those, like, you're on the edge of the seat type movies trying to find out what's happening next, because if it's a mystery that Batman can't figure out, but we can't fucking figure it out either, keeps you at least, intrigued throughout the entire movie.
Sure.
So to me, that's a good thing. And the other takeaway, this one is not really sure what they're getting at with this, but Matt Reeves was talking about sharing the script with Robert Pattinson, and he kind of said, to something along the lines of, he is Batman, so if he don't like the movie, then we almost like he needed to get Pattinson's approval or at least buy-in because he's bringing the character to life. You don't like that?
It just seems to be a trend of the actors having direct input into someone else's vision, right?
Yeah.
You got so now you got Pattinson. You got Tom Hardy, Spider-Man. You had Robert Downey Jr. You got what's his face? Deadpool.
Yeah, Ryan
Reynolds.
Yeah.
So it's like, whose movie is this?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would rather they do it and us not hear about it than them to like publicize it.
Oh, like I got his approval.
This is our movie. Motherfucker, it's not y'all movie. It's the director's movie, producer's movie, whatever.
Yeah. But I that idea, that concept was foreign to me because I did believe back in the day that it was the director that did everything. But I don't know if it's just superhero movies or you see this more in other genres, but it does feel like it kind of is almost what you're saying you don't want it to be, where they work with the actor to bring the character, like, hey, here's my script. What are you going to do with it? What's your input?
Right.
I don't know if we see it more in comic movies, but like all the ones you named, the movies were heavily influenced by those individuals.
Right.
Which when they're good, it's good. The problem is you get like an Edward Norton or somebody like that, and then you want to keep them on a leash.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe this has been going on, because you hear stuff like, there was so much improv or, things that was actually included in movies that the actor just, did.
Right.
And then, they included, I'm sure there was a lot of stuff like movies like Friday and, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Maybe this has always been happening.
Yeah.
But it feels like the actor is like acting it in the movie and also trying to get partial credit for producing a movie. It's just weird.
Yeah. I mean, to that point, though, I think Ryan Reynolds was like an executive producer on some of the Deadpool movies, but because of, to your point of excessive improv, right? I mean, shit, Iron Man started, they ain't barely had a script.
Right.
Like, yo, stand there, say some shit. Nah, do something different. Like, and then, so in that, he said he was super excited because I thought he would really like it, yada, yada, yada. And he goes on to say the things it does for the character, for Batman and for Bruce, has never been done before in this way. So that doesn't really tell us much, but at least it sounds like we're going to see some shit from Batman we've never seen on screen before. Which, just hearing that in a nutshell, to me, that's a major plus, because how often do we see a character on screen that we've seen played by another actor in the past, and then we have to rehash and go through all the same bullshit?
Sure.
A lot. So maybe I'm reading between the lines a little bit, but to me, it sounds like it's going to be somewhat of a fresh take, or at least things that haven't been done to death on screen for Batman. Because there's other directors that have done things that were a first for the character, like when Zack Snyder had Batman going down the street like Punisher and mowing people down. I mean, that was a first, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when they did this, Martha, that was definitely a first. I don't remember that from the comics.
Yeah. So when Batman was unleashing on the flying monsters or whatever in the desert.
Yeah.
So that was a first.
Yeah. So first doesn't always mean a good thing.
Right.
But, I think this first is a good thing, Adrian. So
we shall see.
Mark your motherfucking calendars. October 1st, 2027 is the day for all of us Batman fans, unless it gets pushed back again. And then I'm going to have a full fucking meltdown, Adrian. I can't take another one. I can't. I'm counting the days down. I'm fucking... when people are like, you ever see the movie like Castaway, they're locked in a little cave, or they're, stranded somewhere and they scratch a little line to mark the days. That's what I'm doing every day in my room. Yeah.
Damn.
Yes. Anyways, speaking of movies to come, two things. One, in a little bit, we're going to look at the schedule for the next 2 years of comic book movies and rank them based off of our anticipation. But one of the other movies that is scheduled to drop, not in 27, but in 2026, is Avengers Doomsday. Got the Doom shirt on. You actually can get this on our Amazon storefront. We got the Doom helmet back there. That thing's on there too. But anyways, Dr. Doom is obviously going to be a big part of this movie, and movies named after him. Before I get into the news, I was scouring the internet, Adrian. I was like Tom Holland. I was looking for comments and things of that nature. And I found some, takes. Everyone has a take nowadays. Sure. And I found some takes about Doom. And I'm still, this one, like, you're going to get tired of me bringing this one up, but I still have people that tell other people that Doom is going to be a Tony Stark variant. And we went through this last week with the comic. He wasn't no variant in there. So I feel like what happens is, how you tell people to fact check shit on here?
Yep.
Do you think in general, most people fact check things?
No.
Do you think, this is my assumption, I assume most people out there, especially some of these ABCs, and if you don't know what that is, it's an asshole being a cunt, okay? Some of these ABCs, they read a headline, somebody tells them something. Like this one, for example, the whole Tony Stark variant of Doom. That happened in the comics. Read a comic. We realized last week that didn't happen in the comics.
Right.
It was a lot like that movie, Freaky Friday. People woke up, body swap. We've seen in other movies too. It's not coming ahead.
Sure.
But there's been plenty of these movies, right? I wake up, I'm you, me, back. Oh my God, how do we fix this? Oh my God, we got to pretend. It's happened a lot. If me and you were body swapped, Adrian, you wouldn't be a Mike variant. You'd be Adrian in Mike's body.
Correct.
Right? So when Doom and Tony Stark were body swapped, no one was a fucking variant. So what I think is people see one person say, oh, it happened in the comics, and then they run with it. They don't fact check like we do. So we fact check and prove that that's not the fucking case. I say all that to say the latest one that I saw, and I've seen this stupid take before, is what are they going to do when they see that he looks like Tony Stark? It's just like, dude, he wouldn't look like Tony Stark. like Robert Downey Jr. looks like Robert Downey Jr.
Correct.
When he gets on set to play Tony Stark, what do, Adrian?
Make him look like Tony Stark.
There you go. Makeup, hair dye, haircuts, contacts, something, glasses, fucking all kinds of shit.
Yep.
So if he's showing up to play Victor Von Doom, as the Russo brothers said, why the fuck does anyone think he's going to look like Tony Stark?
I mean, they didn't have a problem with him playing Sherlock Holmes.
Right. They didn't go, is that Iron Man?
All right.
But I like that. It's insane. But that's not what we're here to talk about right now. We're here to talk about another rumor about Dr. Doom. There's a lot of rumors about what the fuck he's going to be doing in this. It's actually about the movie in general. So anyone who's read Secret Wars or has read anything that leads up to that knows about the incursions, right? Incursions are where two universes are on a collision course. And that collision point conveniently happens to be Earth. When this happens, if one Earth destroys the other Earth, get that shit out of the way, this Earth is going to survive. If not, these two are going to collide, big old explosion, everybody's dead. See ya. Fucking sounds pretty morbid, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what would you do if like we left here and there was another Earth in the sky about to collide? Like, would you think like we should help those people? Or if you knew this was the case, would you blow that motherfucker up?
Oh, I'd blow it up.
Yeah, like save yourself, save your family, your kids, your wife, everybody.
Because you don't know what the other side is, and they're probably thinking the same shit.
Right.
Well, what is that? Oh my God, what is that? Most people won't do shit because they be too, paralyzed.
Oh my God,
yeah. Does every universe have a heaven?
We don't even know if this one does. So, I thought you were going to say, does every universe have a Mike and Adrian?
Oh, they absolutely do not. No. There's only one. We are multiversal.
Yes,
we exist with what is it?
Galactus. There's only one of us.
Well, Galactus, the Molecule Man,
yes,
and Kanye West.
Damn, because
we are unique across the multiverses.
The multiverse can only handle one Kanye West. That is for damn sure. Yep. Nope. We're only Mike and only Adrian for a reason. So the reason I asked you that incursion question is the latest rumor about Avengers Doomsday is that it's going to focus on a pending incursion between the X-Men universe and Earth 616. X-Men universe, we believe that when Monica Rambeau accidentally arrived in that universe in the Marvels, and then we see her in looks like the Dane or somewhere in the X Mansion with Beast. That is the X-Men universe that we're talking about, which would make sense, right? Why they would do that? Isn't it crazy to think that? I mean, the Marvels was by no means the worst movie in the world, but a movie like the Marvels could potentially play an integral piece to a movie like Avengers Doomsday. But
I'm sure.
I mean, we've seen Thor Dark World play a big part in Endgame and things like that. So it's not off brand for them. If that's happening, these two worlds colliding, the X-Men universe is over there. Who do you think would be leading the charge of like, let's destroy that motherfucker?
I'm thinking Magneto.
Yep.
Wolverine.
Okay.
I mean, those are the two big ones that come to mind.
Magneto's the first one that comes to mind to me. And I think he would be within his right.
Sure.
Right? Like, shit's coming towards us. Well, let's get rid of these motherfuckers, So I'm not shocked by this news because obviously if we're going to build the Secret Wars, incursions have to play a big piece. But I think that it makes for a hell of a good setting. The other take that I heard online was that Doomsday is being rushed, and is being rushed because of the Jonathan Majors situation. Now, we've talked ad nauseum about the Jonathan Majors thing, how they had to replace Kang, right? Yeah. But that was a few years ago.
Right.
Is there anything about this movie coming out in 2026 that feels rushed to you?
No. And what does it have to do with Jonathan Majors? They pivoted away from him entirely.
Right.
So he should have like zero to do with this.
Right.
So I don't understand what they're trying to get away from.
Like, was there really that much groundwork with that character, Kang?
Nothing that couldn't be left in the series.
Right. It was in the show. Yeah.
Right. It didn't have to translate automatically to, the movie screen.
Right. I don't think the pivot from Kang, although I don't agree with the fact that I don't agree with them getting rid of Majors.
Correct. I agree.
But I do agree with the pivot from Kang for Doctor Doom.
Sure.
Because in my opinion, Doctor Doom is a much more impactful, intriguing character than Kang. Much more, I scratch that or fucking erase that shit. Doctor Doom is a much more dynamic character than Kang, in my opinion.
That and he being Doctor Doom is probably the only character that we can consider grounded, not some celestial being like Galactus,
right?
And who could take the weight of the Kang presence and run with it in this movie.
Yeah, and we learned on our verses a few weeks ago that Doctor Doom would wipe the floor with Kang. Unless he had some crazy prep and was fucking around with the timeline and all that shit.
Right.
So I don't think it's rushed at all. There wasn't like there was 10 movies of building up towards Kang. The only movie he was in was the Ant-Man movie, which was an atrocity, and that was some, I guess the dumbest Kang variant who was stuck in the quantum realm who got beat by Ant-Man.
I still haven't seen that movie yet.
That one I wouldn't say not watch it. I wouldn't run out and watch it over it. But if you absolutely have nothing else to fucking watch, and it's not late at night because you might fall asleep, I'd throw it on just for the Kang scenes.
Sure.
But do we think a villain who was beat by Ant-Man is going to be a threat to the Avengers?
Probably not. Ant-Man's pretty badass, dude.
He is.
But I mean, he shouldn't be that bad.
Right. But, yeah, he ain't as badass as, having Captain America and Hulk and Spider-Man and Thor and, the Fantastic Four now. Like, we need to get all these people for Kang, and he got beat by Ant-Man and his daughter in the quantum realm? Come on, dude. Fucking make it make sense. Or the math ain't mathin', which is a t-shirt. You can get it on onlycomicsmerch.com, Adrian, along with that amazing Mga shirt you got there because we're making Mondays great again since 2023. Monday is now the best day of the week, I heard on a poll recently. Everybody says it. Everybody does.
Big, beautiful Monday.
Yeah, it's a big, beautiful Monday. And the rumor goes on to say that Doom will have a vendetta against the multiverse. Okay, so he fucking hates the multiverse. And he may be out to destroy every reality so he can follow in Kang the Conqueror's footsteps by making a single sacred timeline where only he rules over.
Of course.
Sounds a lot like Battle World / Secret Wars-esque. Sounds a lot like the math is mathing on that. And in the comics, if those of you in the comics, let's think about the comic. I read a comic. I have read a comic. I read Secret Wars. You read Secret Wars, right?
Both of them.
Which one you like better?
Old one.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you like about it more?
Just what I grew up with.
Okay.
That's all.
Got it.
Because literally in my mind, when I see something else, it's a reproduction. It's someone else's take on something that I have already accepted in my mind.
And you read that like back when it originally dropped, or when you were because it was late
in high school or something. Yeah.
And do you remember, like, was that a big deal back then? Because Marvel events weren't even really a thing at that point.
It wasn't a big deal, but it was for people that were into comics. It was, you show up to school early, and you kind of like sit around and you talk about it, kind of a deal. But outside of that group of people, nobody gave a shit.
Got it. But to those people, was it like, oh shit, dude, Secret Wars?
No. It was something new and exciting that month that happened.
Got it.
And if you piece together the whole thing, cool. If you didn't, cool.
Okay. Well, in the 2015 Secret Wars, it was possible, like we just talked about earlier, to save a world from an incursion by destroying one of the two realities. So that is a piece that I do think we'll see carry over to the screen. And a lot of these Marvel events, have almost relied on some type of plot similar to, not necessarily that, but where there's an entity, whether it be Wanda, whether it be Hope Summers, where they're so powerful, it's such a dangerous thing, we need to destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that then causes these massive teams to be at odds, because the Avengers versus the X-Men, they think, well, she's a mutant, she's our responsibility. Avengers like, no, she's a threat to everybody, we need to take her out. But they don't see eye to eye. So I could see that being kind of an underlying thing.
Sure.
I think we're going to see a lot of cool shit in this movie. A lot of teams versus teams. And before we move on, another thing you hear a lot of is like, they announced all these characters, right? They had, remember the big chair reveal? I think it's still going on now. And people will look at all those names and then go, but what about this person? How come they're not in it? Dude, how many fucking people do you need in this movie?
Right.
Like, it's safe to say that there's going to be some people left out. You're not going to include every Marvel character ever. And with all the ones that are in there, I think we'll be good either way.
Sure. I don't know. I'm thinking they're going to go, X-Men and Avengers are going to go at it because Magneto's going to show up in his skivvies with them eyes and that white hair, dude.
Yep.
And Jean's going to be looking, and Rogue going to get pissed off.
Damn.
So that itself will cause an incursion.
Absolutely. And then he's going to come up with that, as the kids say, Adrian, that W-Riz. That W-Riz. Speaking of characters that could potentially be in this movie, Jennifer Gardner posted something last week. It was a picture of her sitting in a chair on set somewhere in her Elektra outfit, same one she wore in Deadpool and Wolverine. Then there was another chair off to the side that had a name on it.
Wait a minute, Jennifer Gardner?
Gardner, yep. Elektra.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yep. Yeah, back in the day, Adrian. Yeah, you got to go back. Not the new one. No. And there's a chair to her right that had the name 11 on it, but it was almost in like electric colors. So people were wondering, like, was that just like a code name they used for her to kind of keep it on the hush? But the timing of this, now this could have just been a leftover photo from when she was on the Deadpool and Wolverine set.
Yeah.
She could just be posting it to stir up, to get us talking about her. Or she could be in the Avengers Doomsday movie. How do you feel about Jennifer Gardner's Elektra?
It was probably on par with Madam Web for the day.
Yeah.
But you put that against Ben Affleck's Daredevil, and it was fucking, wonderful.
Okay.
But
wait, are you saying that Elektra, that movie, was better than Daredevil?
No. I'm saying that both Jennifer Gardner's Elektra and Ben Affleck's Daredevil was shit.
Okay, gotcha.
But for the day, and if you compare those two, they were great for that era, for that time. But today, I would be hard pressed to find a spot for her in this.
Yeah, unless it's
it's like nonsensical.
Right, like, part of me thinks about this from the aspect of, dude, it's Secret Wars, nobody's off limits, so who really cares? But do we need a Jennifer Gardner Elektra to show up? To your point, where would we put her?
Well, it's not just a Jennifer Gardner's Elektra, it's Elektra.
Elektra in general.
For that, I mean, out of that team, you would bring Jessica Jones or Luke Cage.
Right.
Or, Iron Fist.
Sure.
I mean, Elektra gonna do what? Bring a fucking bunch of assassins with her or some shit? I don't know.
They're gonna assassinate Doom. Good luck. I also, if we're gonna have any Elektra, I prefer Elodie Young, who played Elektra in the Daredevil series. But again, it remains to be seen.
I mean, it's this kind of a mash of worlds. So, I mean, she could do a cameo, give her, a couple of Starbucks or whatever, pay her off, and, she shows her likeness for a couple of seconds and move on.
And that's a good point. I think 90% of these names that we saw on that chair reveal are probably going to be cameos.
Yeah.
I think some of the main characters, some of them have been announced. Like, I understand, obviously, Robert Downey Jr. is the main character.
Sure.
Obviously, The Fantastic Four is going to play a decent role in this movie. But I think a lot of those names were just put out there to get us to talk, but also they're probably in the movie for a small period of time. I'm sure there's some that they're keeping close to the vest that they're not telling us about that may have a bigger role than any of us thought.
You know what? I hope so.
Yeah, please do, by the way. Don't fucking tell us everything. Like, I hope this is just a diversion and she's not even in the fucking movie. Yeah. But I keep cutting myself off. But, I won't let myself talk. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, dude. Anyways, if she does show up, the best spot for her, well, if she does show up, that to me would indicate that Deadpool, Wolverine, some of those guys will be in this movie as well. We know Gambit will be. And that's the last time we saw this. Elektra was in the Void with Gambit and all the rejects, All right, switching gears, a little DC stuff. James Gunn, he's always talking. He is like the third host on this show, Adrian. Right. He should fucking show up once instead, fuck. Anyways, he was on Howard Stern. You talked about Howard Stern recently. Yep. Used to be a Howard Stern listener, viewer. Yep. Back in the old days. He is I think he still does some talk radio on like satellite radio. I don't listen to him anymore, but I remember downloading some Howard Stern, They weren't even called pod. What are they, radio shows back then? Yeah. But anyways, James Gunn was on Howard Stern. He was talking about Superman. And then Howard Stern brought up the Green Lantern. And Howard Stern told James Gunn that he thinks Green Lantern could beat up Superman. And Gunn says, absolutely, he's pretty powerful. So I know you're more of a power set guy than me. You have more knowledge on that. But also you're more of a Green Lantern Superman guy than I am. So I figured, who better to ask, Adrian? Could Green Lantern beat up on Superman?
Sure.
Yeah? Yeah. That easy?
It's easy for me to say that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how easy it would be, but and it would have to be somebody like
which Green Lantern, right?
Well, if you're talking about Green Lantern, it's got to be a Hal Jordan or a the other guy.
Guy Gardner?
No.
John Stewart?
John Stewart.
Yeah.
If it's if you're talking about a lantern, then you're talking Sinestro. You're talking what's this guy I just talked about? The orange lantern.
LaFleeze.
Yeah, LaFleeze.
Yeah.
Fucking psychopath.
Some shit, yeah.
So it's possible.
Got it.
Because literally the ring is limited by the imagination and will of the person that's wielding it.
Yeah.
And the easiest thing is that, the ring is green, so it's kryptonite. So
saying you can make kryptonite. You can think it.
Why not?
That changes a lot. So I figured we'd do a quick versus, middle of the show like that. So Superman versus Green Lantern. So Superman powers, he's solar powered, super strength, flight, speed, heat vision, freeze breath, invulnerability. He is one of the fastest beings alive. He can even rivals Flash at time, but Flash is faster, right?
No, he can't.
He what? Can't rival Flash?
He can't rival Flash at any time. No.
Okay. He can move planets. He can survive supernovas. He can hear across galaxies. He's weak to magic, even though some people will dispute that. No, he's not. Relax, dude. Fucking in some comics, he's weak to magic. Everybody's just...
In all comics, he's weak to magic.
Well, they found this one where he wasn't. And I'm like, he's not anymore. Oh, okay, dude. Calm the fuck down. They're all made up characters, by the way.
Right.
And another thing, this is only entertainment. That's it. Only entertainment. This is nothing else. Red Sun energy, he's weak to. And he's weak to that green fucking rock that everybody seems to be able to find when it's most convenient.
I wonder if like everybody went to Batman. Yo, Batman, gotta give me a piece of that rock. Get a piece of that rock. And they like
sounds crackheadish.
Right. And they got it in their fucking belt or some shit, just waiting.
I'll wash your car. I'll wash your Batmobile. I'll suck your
language.
All right. Anyways, Superman's fighting style, he's direct, he's physical, he's strategic when he needs to be, but he often just overwhelms people. He's that strong.
He's not direct.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay. So chat's lying to us.
He can be.
Yeah.
But in most of the things I've seen him in, he's roundabout. It's always about the preservation of life.
Okay.
Things like that. So that means that you're not direct.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Which we saw a lot of that in the Superman movie.
Right. I mean, how many people beat his ass because he hesitated?
Yeah. The fuck, ChatGPT. Getting shit all wrong, dude. Green Lantern. Now, chat saying typically Hal Jordan. That's the most popular, right?
Yep.
He wields a power ring powered by willpower and imagination. Constructs anything, weapons, armors, creatures, barrier, literally anything you think of. I mean, we saw, Guy Gardner construct giant middle fingers, that was cool. Energy blast, flight, force fields. He can translate alien languages. I don't know how that applies here, but limited by fear, fatigue, and the ring's charged. The ring's charged. So the ring has to be charged.
Correct.
How does he charge the ring?
With the battery.
Okay.
So each lantern has a battery which they can store in subspace. So they can kind of like reach into it and pull it out whenever they need it. But they need the power, enough power to do that so they can recharge.
Okay.
And the battery gets its power from the main battery, which is on ore. So through subspace, so think about it like you got a giant battery that through subspace charges thousands of other batteries that are local to the lantern, and then the lanterns have to touch their battery in order to charge the ring. Except for John Stewart.
He can charge it himself?
He doesn't need a ring.
He don't need a ring?
John Stewart's motherfucking bad.
Oh, shit, dude. I'm even more hyped for this Lantern show now.
Now, I don't know what version of, Stewart they're going to present.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where he didn't even need the ring. And he always, even when he had the ring, one of the things that stood out about him was that it was said that his will superseded the ability of the ring to accept it. So in other words, his will pretty much can overpower the ring.
Damn. So if the Green Lanterns got into a fight, John Stewart's kicking ass and taking names.
Oh yeah. Now the thing that he doesn't have is the vast experience of Hal Jordan.
Okay.
Of course, Hal Jordan is, the greatest lantern in the universe.
Yep. Okay. Dude, that's why, the more you explain these characters, the more, and I think when we did like our most anticipated out of like the shows and stuff, Lanterns was one of your top projects you were looking forward to.
Yep.
I'm not wrong about that. Y'all fact check that. Go back to that episode right now. Actually, no, stay here with us. The fuck you going? And actually, if you haven't already, subscribe. What are you waiting for? But dude, I'm more looking forward, if that even makes sense, to this Lantern show. Right. The fact that it's John Stewart, and you mentioned, so Hal Jordan's the OG, and what, John Stewart lacks is the knowledge, but in this show, Hal Jordan is his mentor.
Well, that also, Hal Jordan was a test pilot. Okay. So when he does constructs, think about it like a bottle, right?
Yep.
Hal Jordan, he creates a structure and it's hollow on the inside. And so you see the outside and whatever it can do. Well, John Stewart, because he's an architect, when he makes constructs, they're solid, they're complete, there's all this shit on the inside. So his constructs are more complex, which is a projection of his will. So
got it. Some deep fucking Green Lantern knowledge, dude. Like I don't know, fucking tree of knowledge over there, Adrian. All right, so these two are fighting head to head. Superman, raw strength. He's can overwhelm Green Lantern from his raw strength, but Green Lantern depends on the construct size and willpower. He may not be able to. Fair statement.
Sure.
Durability, Supes is nearly invincible. Green Lantern is not on his own, but he can create some pretty badass shields and things if he needed to. Speed, Superman faster than light. His reflexes are ridiculous. He's almost like a Spidey sense. The ring travel is FTL. What the fuck does that mean?
Faster than light.
Trying to trick me there. The ring travel is. So if he's using the ring, he can be pretty damn fast. If not, Supes probably has him there.
Well, Supes definitely has him regardless.
Okay. Versatility. Superman's is moderate and Green Lantern's is extremely high. Constructs equal anything. And we went over the weaknesses: kryptonite, magic, red sun. It houses fear, doubt, low willpower. I keep saying power. I can't fucking talk. Willpower. Power. And the ring charge. How long does the charge last? Is it like one of these iPhones where you got to get the charger fucking 10 minutes? Or does he have to do some heavy fucking damage to drain this thing?
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like a common thing like, like Spidey's web shooters. He's out of webs. Like, is it, he used it fucking 2 times and now he's got to charge it? It's pretty much.
It depends on what he's doing with it, how long he's doing it.
Got it.
Things like that.
So that could be a strategy for Superman is outlast him.
Sure.
Make him use every ounce of power he has in this ring and then fucking take him out.
Right.
Close combat.
Wait a minute. You forgot a weakness of Green Lantern.
What?
Batman.
That's everybody's weakness.
Just take it off his fingers.
Is Batman? I mean, there's probably some other one, but is there anyone else that swiped his ring?
No.
Not even Flash.
Not that I'm aware of.
Could Flash? He probably could.
Of course he could.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's just so much more amazing when Batman does it. I mean, you would expect the Flash to be able
exactly.
to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the Flash could literally vibrate this fucking thing off his finger if he needed to.
Yeah, the Ezra Miller one would too. He just would use a different vibration method. So that's the other stuff. Not quite. That one may need to be recharged too. All right. Some notable comic moments in Green Lantern Rebirth. Hal punches Superman with a giant construct fist. Doesn't take him down, but slows him down. Justice League War. Soup casually slaps Hal around. He needed Batman and Flash to help, though. In an alternate, we don't care about the alternate universe. All right. So the verdict, according to chat, no prep, ring fully charged. Superman likely wins 8 out of 10 times. Hal, with strategy, terrain, or yellow sun gone, it's closer. Maybe it's 5 out of 10. If it's John Stewart or Kyle Rayner, better tacticians, artists, so their chances improve. Okay. Any you throw any flags on any of that, or is that pretty accurate?
It's pretty accurate.
So I'm gonna go Superman, dude.
Yeah.
I think Superman.
Like I said, he can. Like your question was, can he pretty much beat him up? Or
yeah, that's what his exact words were: beat him up.
Yeah, but yes, it's possible, but defeat him, no.
All right, there it is. So sorry, Howard Stern. So last week we were talking about video games. Well, we were talking about The Last of Us, and I mentioned Naughty Dog. And you were like, hey, didn't they make Ratchet and Clank?
Yep.
We both were wrong.
Oh, yeah?
They did not make Ratchet and Clank. Insomniac Games made Ratchet and Clank.
There we go.
And the connection, though, here's why
you would think
is Insomniac Games also made the Spider-Man games.
Okay.
So Ratchet and Clank and Spider-Man. And there are 3 Spider-Man games on the place from Insomniac. You have the OG Spider-Man, you have Spider-Man the Miles Morales story, and then you have Spider-Man 2, where you have Miles, you have Peter, you have Venom in this game. Not Eddie Brock, though. You've not played these games, Adrian.
Nope.
But does this statement sound crazy to you? It's not really a statement, but this fact of the game. Harry Osborn is Venom in this game.
Isn't Harry Osborn enough of other shit? What is that?
He's always something, dude. That's for sure. Yeah. But initially,
that's crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But I would say the way they told that story, though, it's not bad. It's not offensive. Harry Osborn is sick. He's got some crazy disease. His dad's trying to cure him. Long story short, he uses the symbiote to cure him because, that we've seen this thing, re-alive people, right? Yep. So that's how he got the symbiote. That's how he became Venom. And the story is to me, it's a good story. I don't know. I'm seeing some hate now, but is it funny? You ever notice sometimes like when something's released, everybody loves it. And then like 2 years later, 3 people think it's cool to hate on it, and then they start tearing it apart. I don't know. That's kind of what I feel with this game. Like, I've never seen some of these takes of like, oh, this is so bad because of that. The story sucks. Like, I thought it was a pretty fucking good game.
Well, when it first comes out, the people that love it is going to love it and they talk about it. But then maybe those 2 or 3 people that come along a couple of years later, have no relationship with the game. They just see it as they probably see the entire universe through a stupid lens. And they just want to hate on it and talk about it because they can't get attention any other kind of way.
They're ABCs, is what you're saying.
That.
Anyways, there are a few other games rumored to come from Insomniac. One is a Wolverine game. And this, there was tons of footage of this shit leaked. Like somebody hacked Insomniac. This is fucking people got, like, I mean, you're a tech guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how hard is it for someone to hack something like an Insomniac game server and leak all their shit?
I can't do it.
Okay.
But obviously it can
obviously
be done.
It can be done.
Right. So there is nothing, if it's connected, there is nothing that is unhackable.
Okay.
The trick is setting up the series of things that allow it to be hackable. Now, that could be if you play the long game, you know somebody that works in there, you hook up with them, maybe talking about some fucking dogs.
Yeah.
You having lunch. Next thing you know, you having, hump day, 6 months later, you marry them or whatever. And then, they work at this place and you get access that way because now they trust you and all those other kind of bullshit.
That's one way.
Or you can just kidnap their kids and threaten somebody. Yeah. But there's always a way, even if something is disconnected, to get the thing that you want. So I don't think there's anything that's unhackable.
Got it. Well, this wasn't unhackable, and they released a bunch of game footage, early game footage too, like still in development, not final renders and stuff like that. But I mean, for the most part, at least the stuff I saw looked like they were on the right track with this game. And this game's been in development for 4 or 5 years or more now. So people are like, dude, where's the game? Like these games usually take a couple years and then they're out, But it is rumored to be released in 2026. There's also some other games that Insomniac, it sounds like they're building out a video game universe. So they're
wait a minute. A what?
A video game universe.
Didn't we talk? No, we talked about the animated universe. Yeah. I mean,
I'm sure we suggested that too. If someone goes back and checks, but
but on the hacking stuff, you know what the simplest hack is?
What?
Especially when they've been fucking around with this game for a year. Insiders, people, they do stupid stuff like my password is password. Companies set up a password change policy and you got to change it every 30 days. I'm fucking tired of changing this. Blank. Right. Pet name, dog, fucking password.
Someone's laziness.
Yes, someone's laziness.
Could be that.
And then, you will find a machine. And even if that machine doesn't have the access that you need, that machine is on the network, and then you can install something and it loops around until it finds what you need to. And then when it finds it, ET calls home.
Shit. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. I mean, speaking of the password reset, it could have been a phishing thing that somebody fell for, right? What's your password to your Insomniac server? Oh shit, I got to change it. Then they're in. Boom, Wolverine videos everywhere.
There you
go. But these things weren't hacked. But there is a Venom game they're working on with the actual Eddie Brock. Carnage is going to be featured in that game, and then there's Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099, is rumored to be included in an upcoming Spider-Man project, and people think that is a Spider-Man 3. So for those gamers out there, I am a big fan of all of these games. So I'm looking forward to the Wolverine one, the Venom one. For us older folks out there, there was a Wolverine game back in, I want to say 2013 maybe, and it was based off of the Origins movie, the kind of mid movie, but I actually really liked it. It's a shitty movie, but I like it, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like the Peacemaker experience.
Yes and no. At least the Peacemaker, after rewatching it, it is a good show.
Yeah.
X-Men Origins Wolverine, the first one, is not a good movie. But it's a good movie, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
It's a bad good movie.
There you go.
But
good bad movie.
Yes, there was an amazing game though that came out around that time, dude. It was brutal. It was, I think it was PS3 game. A lot of blood for a PA. It was rated MA, rated mature, the whole deal. So, anyways,
but hold on. But speaking of rivals,
you played it?
No, of course not. The Hidden Gem.
Ooh.
Well, maybe a little cross thing going on there.
All right. Should I guess it or would that spoil? I think that would spoil it. I don't know who it is, by the way, but I have a good idea after you saying that, but I'm not going to spoil it. All right. Moving on, we mentioned Robert Redford a little bit earlier. So Captain America, Winter Soldier, and the Avengers Endgame were two Marvel movies that Robert was in. He peacefully passed away at the age of 89 last week, Adrian, at home in his sleep. So woke up dead. Well, not woke up. But anyways, dude, I didn't know how badass of a career this dude has had, though.
Oh, yeah, this dude has had a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You didn't even know that he had the dressing line, right?
No.
Yeah, and it was under a I forget what you call them is
Like a pseudonym?
No. It was under what's the organization where it's like a philanthropic organization, like a charity kind of a deal.
Salvation Army?
Nah, it definitely wasn't that.
I don't know, but so he had
while you looking at that.
The co-owner of Wildwood Enterprises. That's not what you're talking about.
No.
But anyways, he also went on to create the Sundance Film Festival. So I had no idea about that. I mean, that's a lot of independent movies are broken there every year or whatnot. I think it's the largest festival for independent films. In 2008, Sundance exhibited 125 feature-length films from over 34 countries with more than 50,000 people in attendance. So it was a big deal. He started that. He was in a lot of movies. We talked about The Discovery earlier. But, 89, lived a long, hell of a life. He started in TV in Alfred Hitchcock's Twilight Zone before he made his Broadway debut. So it just...
Not I'm laughing about that. So fact checking, yeah, Robert Redford had nothing to do with the salad dress. It was Paul Newman.
Shit.
The other half.
Damn, I don't like to give you the buzzer, Adrian. Why do you make me do it?
Hey, I corrected myself.
You did.
That's all right.
Damn. All right. I was trying to find some Robert Redford clothes.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, but weren't they in a movie together?
Probably.
That's why I got it mixed up.
There you go.
Anyway.
All right.
It wasn't Robert Redford dressing. It was Paul Newman's own dressing.
Yo, and Paul Newman has some bomb-ass salad dressing, too. Is that what you're talking about, dressing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I thought... This whole time, I thought you were talking about a clothing line.
Nah.
You meant like salad dressing.
Correct.
See, if you said that, I would have known Newman's Own. Bro, I love me some Newman's Own. Olive oil and vinegar is one of my favorite ones. I saw you using it the other day, by the way. They have a good Caesar one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, if you want to make some grilled chicken Caesar salad on the Blackstone and shit, But anyways, James Cameron. We talk about James every once in a while on here. I mean, he's not putting Avatar back in the theater. So, he's coming out with like another one, I think, by the end of this year. I still haven't seen the second one.
The second one it's just a war movie. It's a departure, as we say, from the original, or the apple has fallen far from the tree, kind of a deal.
Damn.
It's simply a war movie.
Okay.
And I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Because some war movies are, good action, but was it too much not enough story? No, it just wasn't entertaining.
I just didn't like the angle, I guess.
Okay.
The guy that got killed in the first one, he was resurrected as a Avatar. And, he's going after it. And the only kid on the whole planet that needed a fucking mask that hung out with Avatar was his son. And it was nonsense.
Got it. I think, for me, I did like the first Avatar movie. You actually had it on your best movie list or favorite movie.
Yeah, it was groundbreaking.
Yeah, absolutely. But I didn't feel at the end of that like we need to have sequels.
No.
I was good with that story. Some movies can just be a one-off.
Sure.
Well, then Hollywood needs to, make another one and another one. It's like, speaking of that, making another one and another one. James Cameron, he brought us the first two Terminator movies, I believe. And I'm sure he's been involved in some of the other ones. But are you a fan of the Terminator series in general?
I'm a fan of the first two Terminators.
Same. Yeah. I've not even seen most of the other ones. Have you?
I've seen, I think, maybe up to the third one, and then it just gets,
The
crazy.
third one, I don't think I've seen the whole thing. Is the third one the one with the girl? Girl Terminator?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And I'm trying to find, I don't think he even worked on the third one. Let's see. So he did 1 and 2, obviously. He made the Titanic. We know that. This dude's filmography is like insane. Let's see. Terminator. He planned to do a third, but never so the rights. Okay, so he had planned to do the third, never did, and the rights to the Terminator franchise were purchased by Kassar from a bankruptcy sale. So I don't think he had anything to do with it. And then I don't know that he's been involved in any of the other ones. He is working on one right now, though. So
that's crazy how, we talk about comics and we talk about how, these characters, they're products, basically.
Yeah,
They're like any toy, like Mattel. They're like a Barbie doll. It's like anything. And how all of this shit gets sold, and it could end up in a bankruptcy because some company bought it, didn't know what to do with it. So that's literally anything. All this made up stuff, all this unreal stuff,
Right.
dolls and toys and
fight over it,
movies and characters.
I mean, we've seen it in these comic book movies, right? Rob Liefeld getting pissed because he's not included because he had the idea for this character, years ago. And even like the Batman stuff, the Bob Kane and those, Bill Finger, the ones who created them. And the argument sometimes is, you created this character, but that's not the character that's on screen right now. You created some dude in, gray underwear flying around and, punching criminals and throwing them off buildings. Like, this is a whole different, this was evolved, so you had the initial idea, but you don't own this after the fact, How do you feel about that?
As a person that have a lot of ideas that get stolen, I'm kind of sensitive to it.
Yep.
I think, once you create something, now if you talk about like how many times the earth has been fucking remade and all this kind of stuff, there's nothing original on the planet, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But if you create something, I think you should forever get credit for it. Even if the font of your name gets smaller and smaller with each iteration or generation.
So just like a shout out.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be like, you don't need to be invited to the red carpet every time and give me your input on this movie because I'm using a character that you created 40 years ago, but I'm not even using that version of the character.
Right. No, it should be like an open door, open invitation. Hey, Bob Kane, you can forever fucking come. As long as you are alive, not your fucking kids or your wife, or your dog and all this other kind of stuff. As long as you're alive, you have open invitation to come in. We'll invite you. And you come in whenever you can, and we'll chat it up.
Yeah.
Chop it up, and we'll go from there. But to just be dismissed, I think that's just shitty.
Yeah, I do think that's shitty. I think though the struggle is if you pay me to create something for you, it isn't like I created my own thing for me.
That's different. It's like you work for a company and your job is to make baskets, right? Well, every basket that you make belongs to that company.
Sure.
Now, if you leave that company or on your own and you have to specifically distinguish your own from the company, you go off on your own and make your own version of a basket because your company only works with straw, right? You want to do some plastic shit or some steel shit, then that's your basket, but you have to separate church and state.
Right.
So when you make those straw baskets for that company, they're paying you to do that.
Sure.
They're not paying you to make these fucking steel baskets over here. That's your shit.
Right. You stop working there, they take your design and keep making it, and they start tweaking it. And by the time they get 20 years from now, it's the same basket, but it's not. It's got an extra handle, and it's fucking got leather over here and lights and all this shit. And Ezra's vibrator. It's got all this stuff in the basket, You shouldn't, like, Adrian's name needs to be on it. Like, no, dude, it's not his basket anymore.
It never was your basket.
Correct. So, I think sometimes that happens with some of these, instances where it's a creator that's hired to do a job to create for a company. They own the character.
Right.
If do what Todd McFarlane did. Start your own company, create your own character.
I was going to say, Spawn and McFarlane is probably the only one. I'm sure there's others that struck out on their own and did their own thing. But the challenge with that is we're Spawn.
Yeah. Well, for a while, he was kicking DC and Marvel's ass. But
right.
All right, I answered my own question. So instead of fumbling through it, I should have just pulled this page up. All right, The Terminator came out in 1984. James Cameron directed and wrote that movie and produced. The second one he directed, wrote, and produced. That came out in 91. Terminator 3, Jonathan Mostow directed it. I don't know who that fella is. And it was not written by James Cameron, a bunch of other people. Terminator Salvation. This is the one with Christian Bale. I've seen some clips of this. I heard this one's decent. Do you remember this one? He plays
not at all.
He plays an adult John Connor, I believe, but he's pretty bad. It's like almost like a war, war type movie. I've seen some clips. It looks decent. I think it's one of the better rated movies in the Terminator saga. So this was 2009. MCG directed it. I don't know who that is, but he goes by an acronym. Joseph McNitty Nickel. Okay. Same thing. No James Cameron here. Terminator Genesis came out in 2015. Arnold was back for this one. I remember this one getting some really shitty reviews. And then in 2019, Terminator Dark Fate came out. Tim Miller directed this, who you may recognize his name from the Deadpool movies. He directed the first two. It was written by David S. Goyer, and James Cameron worked on the story for this. So I guess the story then turned into the script. But so they brought him back for that one, and he was one of the co-producers on this film. Reason I tell you all that, Adrian, since you asked, he is now working on a 7th Terminator movie, and he hasn't gotten very far. He said, "I've been tasked with writing a new Terminator story." I would say why, but he was talking to CNN, so he wasn't talking to me. "I've been unable to get very far on that. I don't know what to say that won't be overtaken by real events. We are living in a science fiction age right now." So I kind of see what he's saying there. Yep. Terminator is the whole concept is these robots, they're taking over, right? The AI takes over and leads to Judgment Day in a nutshell.
Yep.
I'm leaving a lot of shit out. There's time travels, all kinds of people having hump day, all kinds of shit going on, and they always show up naked for some reason. You can't figure out a way to send them back clothed. Who knows? It was just looking for a reason for, Schwarzenegger to, fucking have his wang in the movie, I guess.
So if you got a post in your mouth, you fucking go back in time, the post stays in the future, and you come back up mouth all bloody and shit?
I think so, dude. Maybe.
Damn.
So only one way to find out. Anyway, he said he's not gotten very far because of the science fiction age we're living in. But I could see that because there's so much AI right now. Almost like, how the James Gunn Superman movie, a lot of people took that as he was standing with, Palestine or whatever because of the countries. And it's possibly that's one way to look at it. Or maybe he was just writing about some actual comic book countries that have existed in the comics for decades.
Sure.
And a lot of times art imitates life or vice versa. So, wars go on in real life. Wars go on in comic stories that are meant to emulate real life. So,
well, the other thing is that, for him to try to write a Terminator movie today would be like if Henry Ford were to build a car today. We already got them.
Right.
They're around us.
Right.
What new are you going to come up with?
Right.
So it's probably some of that too.
Yeah. So
it's what are you going to talk about?
Right. Yeah. I think you should have been done after the second one.
Yeah.
So anyways, well, we are done with news and rumors since you asked, Adrian. We're going to wrap this up with a little thumbs up, thumbs down. So the rules are simple. I'll recap the news. We give it a thumbs up. We give it a thumbs down. And we move the fuck on.
Move the fuck on.
All right. Number 1, Matt Reeves gives us The Batman 2 update. He's saying that they will do things they've never been done with Batman and Bruce Wayne in this movie. He says that it is a detective story with a mystery, a lot like the first one. I give that a thumbs up.
Sure, thumbs up.
He also says that Kristen Milioti, Sofia Falcone from The Penguin, will not be in this movie. I give that a major motherfucking thumbs down.
She's not necessary to me.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. All right, that's fair. I'm writing something really bad about you online right now. Adrian, read a comic, Adrian. All right. Avengers Doomsday is rumored to focus on the X-Men universe being on a collision course with Earth 616. Us that know, we call that an incursion.
Right.
I give that a thumbs up.
Sure, thumbs up.
I hope my man Magneto's on the other side. Like, come on, bitches, we're going to destroy you. And then Doom comes in and just smacks the shit out of everybody.
There's that.
I'm sorry, Tony Stark. Huh.
Wow.
Getting deep. It is getting deep, dude. Jennifer Gardner may be teasing her return for Avengers Doomsday. She posted a picture of her on a set, not the Doomsday set, in the old Elektra getup. I give this a thumbs down, dude.
Thumbs down.
Yeah, I think the less we see, I'm all about bringing a lot of the Fox universe back, like the X-Men in general, but the more we see of her Elektra and possibly the Ben Affleck Daredevil, I don't, nope. James Gunn, he agrees with Howard Stern's belief. Imagine if I just stopped there, all the things that... Right. His belief that the Green Lantern could beat up Superman.
Sure.
You say sure. I give this a thumbs down. He's not beating up my boy Clark.
Thumbs up because I know he could.
Okay.
Now, it would be brief.
It would be brief.
It wouldn't be killing him.
No.
I'm sorry. Unaliving.
That too.
Or KIL blah, blah, blah.
KIL in him.
Yeah. It would be something. It wouldn't be that, but he would, do something. Or he just, get that kryptonite of his belt that he got from Batman and
there you go.
Call it a day.
Okay. Insomniac Games Wolverine game. This fucking sounds fucked up. Is rumored to be released in 2026. And then supposedly there's a Venom game coming soon. And then a Spider-Man 3. I give the all thumbs up. Give me the games.
Sure. Thumbs up for you guys.
They're made by the same creator of your favorite game, Adrian, Insomniac Games.
Sure.
Who we had all fucked up last. We were like, Naughty Dog. Yeah, I know them. Obviously, neither one of us did. The Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and Avengers Endgame star Robert Redford had peacefully passed away last week at home at the age of 89. And I don't want to say like thumbs up that he passed, but I just want to give Robert Redford a thumbs up.
Sure, he did a lot.
Dude, an amazing career.
Yep.
He started the Sundance Music Festival, which not music, the Sundance Movie Festival for indie movies, which I think is an awesome way to give back to cinema, right? We realized he did not create salad dressing.
I can't believe I fucked that up. But that's okay.
That's funny. Hey, if you're watching this short, go check out our full podcast because we both were like, Adrian told me, I didn't question him. I was trying to order some Robert Redford. I thought you meant clothing line, like dressing, and you meant salad. We were all over the fucking place, but we're back now. It's all that matters.
That's it.
Last but not least, James Cameron says he's working on a seventh Terminator movie for some fucking unknown reason, but he hasn't gotten very far. So I'm going to give this a thumbs down.
He hasn't gotten very far because he knows. He's asking himself, what the fuck am I going to make a movie about? Why am I doing this? Thumbs down, dude.
Just put Avatar back out again or something.
Re-release that.
Sequel to the Titanic.
Yeah. Jaws. Did he make Jaws? Or was that somebody else?
That was Spielberg.
There we go.
So you're fucking me up today. You're trying to catch me off guard. Anyways, that is thumbs up,
fact check everything.
Yeah, fact check everything, dude. Like this if you haven't already. Subscribe. Share this with your friends. Share it with anyone, But anyways, we're moving on, Adrian. All right, next up. So another take. I've been digging for takes this week, Adrian. So it's, one thing that I said this last week grinds my gears.
What's that?
This week? What are you trying to say?
What's grinding your gears this week?
When I see people that say they're fans of something, and they celebrate when that something fails, and they're almost excited about it. That's why that movie flopped. Now, if we are fans of some type of movie, this being comic book movies that has brought us all together here on these Mondays, would I want any comic book movie to flop? No. I may not be my favorite movie, but if the comic book movies do well, that would mean there's more money for the studio to then make more movies for us, right? It's a win-win.
I mean, if you are hating a movie, if you're hating something, that makes you a hater. Not a fan of.
So you're an imposter.
If you're like that, if you're going to be an imposter, double agent, or a politician, I mean, you can flip flop on whatever you want to.
Yes,
but the core of it that you're not a fan.
No, you're not. So
just a secret Santa Claus hating mofo.
ABC, as we call them. I decided to do some research, like I always do.
Because that's a soundbite right there.
Yeah,
what the fuck was that?
I decided to do some research, and because I have a theory, and the theory is that movies have changed. This is probably not a fair. I probably need to explain some more. The movie industry has changed. There's a pre-COVID and a post-COVID, just like a lot of businesses in life.
Sure.
And the box office numbers that we see now that people say are flops, it's easy to take a number and compare it to a number from 10 years ago and go, it's not as good. But there's a lot of context that's missing. Streaming sites in general were not as big in 2019 as they are now. Is that fair?
Fair.
At that time, what they were doing, these streaming sites, is they were building up their subscriptions. They were doing everything in their power to launch these platforms and get subscribers on. Now, what they've done since then is compile content and grow. Netflix, for example.
Yep.
WWE, NFL, boxing. I don't know if UFC's on there. It may be. They make their own movies. They were used to be a company that sent you DVDs in the mail. Now they have an actual movie studio. Stranger Things is a Netflix creation. My point is the cinema, the world of cinema has changed.
Sure.
It used to be mostly about the box office numbers and then sales of the video. Now, that's only a part of it. Box office, video on demand, rent versus purchase. Then it's put it on a streaming site and see how many more subscribers we can get that are now hooked on our site for month in and month out, right?
Sure.
So, and that wasn't around in 2019 the way it is now. It definitely wasn't around in 2015, 10 years ago, So anyways, I went back and looked at year by year, the top 10 films and the box office numbers. So of 2025, and 2 of these movies, people have told me they flopped. They're the top 10 movies worldwide gross of the year, by the way. Number 10 is Detective Chinatown. Never heard of it. Number 9, people told me this movie flopped. The Fantastic Four First Steps, $518 million worldwide. The number's not what maybe the number 9 place was in 2019, but let's check. The number 9 place movie in 2019 was Aladdin, just over $1 billion. So numbers were different. But if it's number 9 out of all the movies in the year, could you honestly say that was a flop?
No. This is box office only.
Box office only.
I don't even understand because, like you said, things have changed. I don't even understand why they are only, because it's revenue.
Right.
Why are they slicing out the box office? Now, once you get into a spreadsheet, you can break that shit out.
Sure.
But when it comes to the numbers reported should be everything.
Yeah.
Not just, the movie shit.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a way to find streaming. Who knows if that information's as accessible as this. But the point is, it was number 9 of all the movies that were released so far this year. Okay. Number 8 is Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning, just under 600. Superman, number 7, another movie I was told flopped. 615 million at the box office. The number 7 movie of the year. You have F1. I've not seen this. 623 million. Number 6. How to Train Your Dragons, number 5, with 634 million. Jurassic World Rebirth, 836. A Minecraft movie, 957 million. Still not one over $1 billion until you get to number 2, Lilo and Stitch, just over $1 billion. And then Niza 2. I've never seen this. I've never seen the first one. This movie's at 2.2 billion right now.
What is this?
It's an animated, it's called Niza 2. It's some animated movie. I want to say, I know it's from overseas. Niza 2. Animated. Oh, it's from China. It's a Chinese animated fantasy action adventure film. It's a direct sequel to a 2019 movie, Niza. It's based on the Chinese mythological character and Zhu Zongling's 16th century novel. Investure of the Gods. I don't know what any of that means.
Right.
But I know it's kicking fucking ass.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Never heard of it. So,
but it's okay.
It's okay. It's the number 1 movie of the year.
Damn.
Last year, 2024, the number 9 movie, which is what Fantastic Four was this year, was Kung Fu Panda 4 with 547 million. The number 7 movie, which is what Superman was this year, was Dune Part 2, 715 million, while everybody's falling asleep on themselves. I mean, Godzilla and Kong, 8th place, 572 million. I never heard anyone say that was a flop.
Right.
Wicked did 756. Mufasa, Lion King did 723. There's 3 movies over $1 billion last year. Moana 2, Deadpool and Wolverine at 1.3, and then Inside Out 2 with 1.6. And then you go back to 23. $500,000 gets you at number 10. Mission Impossible was 570. To get over the 6s, you have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 690. Fast X with 704, Guardians 3 with 845, Oppenheimer, whatever, however you say it, 975. Super Mario Bros. Was the first one over $1 billion at 1.3, and Barbie did 1.4. 2022, Avatar was number 1, okay. 2.3. Top Gun Maverick was 1.4, number 2. Jurassic World Dominion was $1 million, so you had 3 over $1 million. Dude, Doctor Strange Multiverse in the Madness was number 4 at 955. That's crazy. The Batman 772 at number 7. I wouldn't say that was a flop.
I mean, Wakanda Forever looked like it was up pretty high.
Dude, 859.
Damn.
Yeah, can you believe that? Did more than the Batman? That's crazy. Spider-Man No Way Home in 2021 was a number 1 movie at 1.9. It was the only movie over $1 billion. The Battle of Lake Chagrin was 909. Never heard of it. You get the point. Yeah. But what I wanted to show you was, so you see those totals here. The number 10 movie in 21 did 408 million, and that's post-COVID. 2020 was a disaster. The number 1 movie was Demon Slayer, the movie, did 507, number 1. But I mean, it was COVID. No one fucking left their house. Sure. Pre-COVID, this is what everybody compares shit to when they say flopped. Number 10 was Jumanji, 801 million. Jumanji, The Next Level. Aladdin, the live action Aladdin. You ever seen this?
No.
With Will Smith as the genie.
No.
God awful.
Really?
Yep. Over $1 billion. Toy Story 4, over $1 billion. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, probably one of the worst Star Wars movies, over $1 billion. Joker, fucking Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, over $1 billion. Captain motherfucking I Don't Want to Be Here or Anywhere, Marvel, 1.1 billion. Spider-Man Far From Home, 1.1 billion. Dude, everything was doing $1 billion.
Right.
If we had our podcast then, we would have done $1 billion.
That's it.
Frozen 2, 1.4. The Lion King live action, 1.6. My daughter peed on me in that movie, by the way, Adrian. Funny story. I got to give you full context. She was like 3 years old. Okay? About 3 years old.
Okay.
We wanted to go see this movie. We took the whole family to go see this movie. It's not a short movie. Mm. And you know what a 3-year-old does in a movie theater?
Yep.
They get antsy. So she's she's tired. She's, 3-year-old is, right? So I remove her from the movie so my wife can stay and watch it. She's, and she worked herself up so much that she peed all over me, Adrian. So fuck that movie. Anyways, it did 1.6 million at the box office. And the number 1 movie of that year, and it was the number 1 movie of all time until James Cameron had to re-release Avatar because he felt insecure about it. Avengers Endgame, 2.799 billion. So the point, I say all that to say this. The box office now Correct. Is not what the box office was pre-2020.
Right.
Multiple factors. COVID fucked a lot of shit up. Mm-hmm. Streaming changed the game.
Yeah.
Why? It changed the release of movies too. Do you remember there was a time period where movies during COVID would be released in the theater and on streaming at the same time?
I do not, but I'm sure it happened.
It did.
Because I was traveling, dude. I traveled more during COVID than I did at any point in my fucking life.
Yeah. But there was tons of movies that because of COVID, they knew people weren't going to go to the theaters. Mm-hmm. So they ramped up these streaming platforms. They sold the fuck out of them. One of the sale pitches were, these movies are going to go straight to streaming. And people bought them up.
Okay.
So now, do they go straight to streaming anymore? No. But do they go to streaming a lot faster? Oh, absolutely. We saw Superman in 5 weeks it was on screen?
Right.
Fantastic Four. Actually, and Superman just this past Friday is now on HBO Max. So it was available, streaming on demand, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And the Fantastic Four First Steps is coming out pretty soon on on-demand purchase in the digital Blu-ray. So this thing is September 23rd. You can buy it digitally. And then, believe it or not, they still make DVDs, Adrian. Blu-ray, 4K Ultra, Blu-ray, and DVD release to follow on October 14th. So which means we'll probably see it on Disney Plus November, December.
It's weird you say that about they still make DVDs. I think Netflix, because remember they used to send DVDs to people's houses, right?
Yep.
They just stopped that process 5 years ago.
Oh, they stopped it completely.
Yeah. So DVDs were still being sent to people's houses.
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. The thing about this, Fantastic Four First Steps dropped July 25th in the theaters. And now September 23rd, actually, shit, it's out already. It was on digital release.
Right.
So July, August, 2 months.
Right.
2 months. And people are like, the box office, it flopped. Dude, back in the day, movies stayed in the theaters for like a year.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not sitting here being the Marvel glazer, but I'm being the Marvel DC glazer because this shit ain't flopped. It's a different landscape now.
Absolutely. So you know how we have recess? Kids have recess.
In school, yeah. I was like, wait, we do? We don't.
Kids have recess, meaning not recess in school, but the summer vacation.
Okay.
So a lot of stuff happened during COVID. A lot of people didn't wake up. Heart goes out to those people that lost people and stuff like that. But we also did a lot of innovation.
Sure.
Specifically in the streaming and delivery of digital media. So, what does it got to do with summer vacation? So, would we benefit where every once in a while we actually have some kind of lock-in and, not necessarily, it would have to be kind of a mandatory thing because, if it was mandatory,
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about no martial law kind of a bullshit. And I'm literally all over the place here.
Soldiers outside your house. Get back in the house, motherfucker.
Right.
Dude, I'm just going to cut the grass.
Would we benefit from some kind of a lock-in where things, because there was a lot of leaps and bounds and different types of technology as a result of
You mean everything
COVID.
kind of slows down for a little bit?
Yeah.
Because we live pretty fast-paced, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. I think so. Will it ever happen? No.
Yeah. Now that people got a choice, right?
Can't lock me in my house. Fuck you, government. I'll tell you my rights. Like, oh, God, dude, relax. Fucking relax. They wrote the Constitution with a fucking feather pen and it says that. Yeah, I know, dude. People
with caveats.
Yeah. Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
It was read for the times. Fucking calm down. All right, next up. The anticipation, Adrian. There are 4 comic book movies on the schedule for next year. And then there are 5 for the following year. And then we don't really know what comes after that. So next up, June 26th of 26 is the next release, Supergirl. Spider-Man, Brave New World. The fuck is this one? Brand New Day. There's always something. Homecoming, Far From Home, You're Home, You're Homeless, whatever the fuck it is.
Spider-Man 2026.
Yeah. Spider-Man number 4 with Tom Holland in it. That's crazy. He's the first Spider-Man to get a 4th movie.
Right.
Garfield only had 2. Toby had 3.
I tried to watch Garfield again. It looked pretty good. I saw the scene with him fighting the lizard.
Oh, yeah, from the first one.
Yeah, so...
That's a cool scene when they're fighting in the library.
Yep.
And Stan Lee's sitting there as a librarian or whatever.
Yeah.
I miss the days when Stan would show up in every comic or every Marvel movie.
Yep.
It's too bad.
Okay, too bad.
So July 31st, Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Clayface, September 11th of next year. It's almost exactly a little less than a year now. And then Avengers Doomsday, December 18th. So of these 4 movies, which one would you say you have the most anticipation for? Supergirl, Spider-Man 4, Clayface, Avengers Doomsday.
I'm going to go Avengers, number 1, Spider-Man, number 2, Supergirl, and then Clayface, number 4.
Yeah, I think I would agree down the line with that. Next year, 2027, we have Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, finally, June 4th of 2027. So still fucking 2 years out. Man of Tomorrow, July 9th of that same year. There's an untitled Marvel movie on the calendar for July 23rd. Why is it untitled? I don't know. When will we get the title? I don't fucking know that either. But will we know after Doomsday? Could it lead to something else? Now, what are some options? What are the most plausible movies for this slot here? It's after Doomsday. It's after Spider-Man Brand New Day. They love day. It's before Secret Wars. It could be Fantastic Four sequel. It could be Thunderbolts 2. Probably not. It could be, what else have we had recently? Could be a second part to Doomsday. Could be a Black Panther 3, you know? If you had to predict, anything you think would make more sense there?
They introduced a new T'Challa and he goes into Secret Wars white.
Dude, you had me. I was about to hit the button. Nope. He goes. So Ryan Gosling, you're saying is playing? Yeah. Yep. I could see it being Black Panther 3. Where I thought you were going at first. Introducing
but seriously, I probably a reintroduction of Black Panther.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
And then we could finally get to see T'Challa versus Namor on screen. That's another one that I'm like, I want to see the Soul Snatch. Another thing I want to see is Namor and T'Challa go at it.
Yeah, but I want it to be a fight.
Oh yeah,
not like the Wolverine,
Sabretooth,
Sabretooth shit where they run at each other. That looks cool, and then like it's like a Mike Tyson fight is over.
Yes, I want to see them go at it,
right?
Because they do in the comics a lot, and they're pretty good contrast to each other.
Yep.
There's that, or I think my first choice would be a Fantastic Four sequel because of how big the Fantastic Four could potentially be in the Secret Wars story with Doom. Maybe we see more of that there, but who knows? The next one is the Batman 2, October 1st, and then Avengers Secret Wars, December 17th. So we'll scratch the untitled movie. Out of these 4, your anticipation, Adrian: Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, Man of Tomorrow, the Batman 2, Avengers Secret Wars.
Ooh. Spider-Man 1, Secret Wars 2, Batman, and Man of Tomorrow.
Okay. That's a solid order. You said Beyond the Spider-Verse first.
Yes.
Yeah, I go. Those top 3 are like, I could go either one,
Yeah.
The problem is, I want to say the Batman 2. Okay? I'll tell you my problem here, Adrian.
I just agree with me. That's all. You can just make it simple.
But like from a standalone movie, the Batman 2, there isn't another one on here I'm more anticipating.
Okay.
But Secret Wars has so much build to it that it's hard to put anything above that. And then Beyond the Spider-Verse is a sequel to 2 of the best comic book movies of all time. So I think I'm going to have to agree with your order, Adrian. Because I can't put the Batman 2 above Secret Wars just because of the build. Now, that may change after seeing Doomsday.
Correct.
I think Doomsday is going to be amazing, but if it's not, I'm going to come back to this list and fucking move the Batman up there. So, anyway, and I'm actually, here another question. Out of all these movies, Is there anyone that you would say you're not looking forward to at all?
No.
Pretty solid lineup.
Yeah, pretty solid.
And that's another thing, going back to the whole, the COVID influence on, I guess, the business. COVID, or not really COVID, I'm sorry, streaming's influence on the business was, Marvel came out, Kevin Feige said that Disney Plus wanted to ramp up content when they launched Disney Plus.
Right.
So they went to their guy, dude, the guy who scores all the points, right? Like if you were Phil Jackson back in the day, you need some points, you're going to go to Michael Jordan.
Right.
They went to Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige, Michael Jordan almost. Not really. No. But anyways, they went to Feige because he was their workhorse, dude. They were getting it done, and they wanted more content, and they wanted it quicker. And we saw, like a lot of things, when quantity rises a little too quick, what happens to the quality?
Yep.
It goes down in the shitter, as they call it. For those of you that don't know what a shitter is, that's a toilet.
Yeah, there you go.
Like to over-explain. You have to. You don't really have to. But anyways, I think that we're now seeing that course being corrected somewhat. Like less content. And so far, everything on this list, outside of the entitled one we don't know, I'm like, they all sound intriguing. Even the Clayface, the horror movie, Clayface, Gotham City setting. So anyways, moving on, Adrian, we're getting towards the home stretch here.
But hold on. So that does not include the animated
no shows
and show fillers.
Correct.
So we should have a decent amount of, comic book stuff for the next couple of years.
We're going to be eating, dude. That's for sure. All right, we respond. Shout out to all the interns out there. Appreciate all of y'all comments, and we're going to respond to a handful here. We got our boy Captain Canada, the Captain Canada. AWAB, he's the one that coined that phrase, I believe. I don't want to see the Iron Man and Doom meet up in college storyline BS either. Seriously, it's some goofy ass shit. All these people, I know what's going to happen. It happened in a comic. I'm like, bitch, did you ever read the comic? Because ain't no one in their right fucking mind is going to take that comic and bring it to life. Right. Iron Man, his little fucking Christmas tree outfit. Come on, dude. I mean, green looks good on Doom.
Right.
It don't look good on an Iron Man suit.
It does not at all.
Definitely not that one. Holy shit. I feel like boxing matches nowadays are just a big cash grab and for ratings. Yeah, but I would say that wasn't the case with the Crawford one. That was a hell of a match. Nothing like the old days. Next thing you know, you're watching 89-year-old Tyson fight a robot just for views. Dude, I know you're joking, but I wouldn't be shocked at some point.
I'd put him in the middle of a ring with some AI glasses on and just sit and he'd just be boxing at nothing on the outside.
We're going to be signing up to watch Mike Tyson fight in VR.
Right. With his ass out or something.
He actually, correct. Ratchet and Clank is actually in Insomniac Studios. Yeah, we know that now. You should have told us last week. Naughty Dog also did Crash Bandicoot. Uncharted, The Last of Us. Yeah, you ever played Crash Bandicoot?
I started, but
it's no Ratchet and Clank.
No.
Huh? You're a loyal guy, Adrian. Top 5 favorite movies for the Captain Canada: Terminator 2, The Italian Job, Shawshank Redemption, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I've never seen that. And Grown Ups. That's funny. That's a good one. You ever seen Grown Ups? Yeah.
And I forgot about what was the second one?
Italian Job.
Italian Job. That was a good movie.
I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen some clips of some of those like race scenes are amazing.
Yeah. When after that movie, the little fucking car just exploded. They remade it and everything.
Oh yeah, a little Mini Cooper.
Yeah, the Mini Cooper. Can you believe that shit's like $40,000 for that thing?
No,
like, come on.
Get the fuck out of here. I'd knock that thing over.
Right.
Honorable mentions: Small Soldiers, Casino Royale, Back to the Future, Revenge of the Sith. Wow. Missed the last 2 lives. Will definitely be there next. Yester will be there next week. John Bon Von, like I said before, I'm going to try my hardest to stay away from all trailers and teasers for Doomsday. I actually hope that they don't release anything. We all go in a surprise at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they'll definitely do something, but I'm with you. I hope it's minimal. We don't need a whole lot. Let the marketing be the Robert Downey Jr. thing, the light show, people talking shit. We don't need a full-blown trailer that spoils half the fucking movie.
Right.
And if you are going to do anything, do what y'all did with Endgame and just show us some shit in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Eat Beef Yummy just says, attaboys. Well, thank you, Eat Beef Yummy. Sons of Sekhmet, DC equivalent of Marvel Zombies was Deceased. I've never read those, but I know what you're talking about. That dude Pablo says Deceased was pretty good. Never read the Marvel Zombies run, though, so I can't say which is better. That's right, dude. Marvel Zombies just dropped, too, so we got that to talk about next week. Let's see. Mark Wing Duck. AWAB, love your top 5 movies. All great movies. I'm like Mike with honorable mentions. If put them in my list would be huge. But my top 5 movies are Predator, The Terminator, the first one, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, and John Carpenter's The Thing. Dude, I didn't realize how popular, I know it's popular, but popular and being a good movie are two different things.
Sure.
Right? Like we saw Captain Marvel did $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Good movie, not so much. But Back to the Future is looked at as like an amazing movie.
Absolutely.
And it is.
Right.
But it came out, 85 maybe?
Like
so
4,
I was like
84, maybe
84. Yeah, so I was either in my dad's nutsack or in my mom's stomach, somewhere in between that.
Sure.
So for me, it was one of those movies that I heard was good, but it wasn't a big movie to me because I was almost too young. I seen it after the fact. It's good. But I didn't realize till recently, like how amazing everybody views that movie, which is cool. Yeah. I mean, it's a really good movie.
Yep.
And then what else we got? Oh, Sons of Sekhmet. B. Arthur played the lead role in a TV show from the 70s called Maude, M-A-U-D-E. Maude, you know this?
I've heard. I can't remember what I can't picture it.
Okay, but you do know the show, but you don't know who the lead guy was because that was who Sons of Sekhmet said. Okay. Shaw ruins everything. Tony Stark will be a Victor Von Doom variant, not the other way around. I don't think he'll be a variant of anything. I think he'll be Victor Von Doom. And then now, do I think, you didn't ask this, but let's pretend you asked this, Shaw. Do I think Tony Stark is partly back to play an Iron Man variant in some of these scenes? Possibly. Not a Dr. Doom, Iron Man, we woke up, I'm in your body type shit. No Diddy. But another Iron Man variant from another universe?
Sure.
Why not? It's a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you?
I would. Yeah, I could see it. Or younger version. Some iteration. Yeah, sure.
Don't re-alive the one that's been unalived. Okay. Don't re-alive that one. Don't make him Dr. Doom, who, is a Tony Stark that just went down the wrong path. Just make him Dr. Doom. And if you want him to be Iron Man, then pull a variant from one of these many fucking multiverse, these universes that are colliding. Correct. Ain't that hard, right? There's got to be another Iron Man out there somewhere.
Right.
Shit. Anyways, Adrian, the hidden gem.
The hidden gem. This was actually a request.
Kanye
keep
West.
It short. No, it was not Kanye. There's nothing hidden about Kanye. He has exposed himself and everybody he's been with.
He's the exposer.
No, this week is the request came in a few weeks ago. It was reiterated last week. It's Angela. Angela from Marvel. Interesting character. So she's basically our lesbian superheroine.
Okay.
Right?
Wait, so you're saying if they want to have a lesbian character in a movie, instead of taking, I don't know, Black Widow and making her a lesbian, they could just bring Angela in?
Yes.
Okay.
That.
Okay. We don't have to swap sexual preferences either.
Nope.
Because they exist.
You're right. Imagine that. Imagine that. Hercules is gay.
Yep.
They're going to have him coming out. They got all kinds of shit
going on.
Next
thing you're going to tell me, Adrian, is there black characters in comics?
No. Next thing I'm going to tell you is that there's Indian ones.
Oh, shit. You don't have to race swap those ones either?
Nope.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Okay, sorry.
It's the fucking world we live in, right? So anyway, Angela. So she was originally a McFarlane creation over there with Spawn. She was created by Neil Gaiman. Imagine that, right?
Okay.
I'm probably butchering his name.
It happens.
Gaiman.
Okay.
Gaiman. So anyway, Neil Gaiman and Todd McFarlane first appeared in Spawn #9 in 1993. The rights were sold to Marvel, and she got a new name and a new origin. So
wait, what was her original name?
I don't know what the original name was with McFarlane, but she came over as Aldrich. Now, this is cool how they spin the name, right? Like Odin's son, who's Thor, right?
Right.
It's Odin's daughter.
Okay.
So
I see it right here. Dottir.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Odin's daughter. But anyway, so and interestingly, so she gets mixed up. I don't want to get too deep in it because she's not really a real character. I mean, she's a real character. But anyway, so she comes over as Odin's daughter, the sister of Loki and Thor and all this other kind of stuff. But she ends up with these angels, but they used to tease her. There's always some kind of trauma in these kids' childhood, right?
Yep.
They tease her because she's the only one without wings, right? So at some point she realizes that she's actually the daughter of. So Odin split Asgard and heaven and hell and all these other realms, right? And so she got lost in the heaven realm, spelled differently. Okay. And she was amongst the angels, and she used to get teased. She was brought up by one of the people that found her. They thought she was dead and all this other kind of shit. And she was found by somebody, and they raised her as like this angel. And she got teased as growing up because she was the only one without wings. Come to find out, she's actually Odin's daughter. And that caused a split. So she was going around trying to get the fuck out of heaven, apparently. So anyway, so she spent a bunch of time going around these different realms. She pops around. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy. She got attacked by Gamora. It was a misunderstanding. She just wanted to visit Earth. Oh, I'm sorry. So they actually held hands and walked around Rodeo Drive. So outside of that, she's basically. So at one point, her girlfriend, who she professed her love for, ended up getting killed, going to hell, and she was trying to do everything to get her out of hell. She even went to hell to fight Hela to get her out. But the only reason that, once a soul goes into a heaven or hell, the only way that can happen is if you change the rules of heaven or hell. So in order for her to change the rules of heaven of hell, she had to go through these 3 trials in order to build up to defeat Hela. Got it. And so she went through all that shit. There was a bunch of adventures, but basically she's an Asgardian female. Now, because she is Odin's daughter, she has a little bit more power than the typical Asgardian. Okay. So like an Asgardian female, their typical strength, for example, is they can lift 25 tons. Got it. Right? Well, she can do 50. She's more durable. Then you got the other basic stuff, because an Asgardian is basically a robust, super physical person. Yeah. Think like Hercules and all this other kind of shit. She also is talented with the Allspeak. So she can pretty much talk to anybody, aliens, all kinds of shit. Yeah. And she can fly. Nobody knows how she can fly, but not only can she fly through air, but she can also fly through space. So an interesting character. She hasn't been around a lot. I think that she can pop up in a couple of things. But basically, Angela, this Aldrich, Odin's daughter, is a typical Asgardian female that went through some trauma, found out that she's gay, who lost her lover, did everything. It seems like everything around her was about keeping her lover or getting her lover out of hell. So that's pretty much her.
Oh, shit. I looked it up. Her name, so Angela was the Image Comics name. Okay. And then they changed it to, what is it?
Aldrich.
Aldrich.
Odin's daughter.
Yep. Funny thing though is in Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That was the connection. Yeah, she's gonna be one of the avatars in Marvel Rival. Yep. Coming up here soon. She's gonna be a Vanguard, I think.
Yes. Yep. Which is basically is a tank as the the ones who know the lingo call her during the tank. But the funny thing is they were using the Image Comics name Angela in the Marvel Rivals. Huh. As opposed to Aldrich, Odin's daughter.
It's probably a little bit, doesn't Angela kind of rolls off the tongue.
It's easy to remember.
Yeah.
Who are you going to be? Aldrich Odin's daughter. Like, hold on, dude. Relax.
All right.
Dude, what's up with the Asgardians and how they name shit, though? Like Odin's son, Odin's daughter, Hela.
Well, think about it. So back in the day, you were just Mike. Yes. And I was just Adrian. Well, we still are only Mike and only Adrian.
Sure.
But, everybody, they start smashing and, the cities, there's more people. So you got these towns now. So now you are Mike of Montville. I am Adrian of fucking Waterford, right? Nice. So that becomes your last name. Yeah. So that's how that kind of, but probably before that, they kept it even a little close. So you were Mike and say your father was James. So you're Mike of James or some bullshit like that. Or I'm Adrian of David or, and then it became you're Mike of, Montville and, all that kind of bullshit. So that's how all these, so it's just like zip codes and telephone numbers. Remember when zip codes used to be, like one giant ass area had one zip code, then they start breaking them all up because there was so many more people. And they also started doing the same thing with phone numbers. So the more people involved, the more confusing it became because there was Mike and Mike and Mike and Mike and Mike and Mike and Mike.
Yeah.
So, which Mike was it? Because when people came to arrest somebody or, kill them or fuck them or whatever they want to do, we need to make sure we got the right Mike. So that's how that stuff started. So that's actually the Odin son to say, Mike Odin's son. Yeah. You're the son of Odin. Kind of basically, you're the daughter of Odin.
So maybe it makes more sense than how we name each other nowadays.
Which is nobody. I mean, we got slave owner names.
Just keep passing names down.
Make shit up. Whatever.
Family name. Like, okay, maybe. I don't know the motherfuckers up there, bro. Shit. Or back there.
You hear the Pahame joke?
No.
So this one lady, she named her daughter Pahame.
Okay.
Trying to be, like the Mercedes or the Lexus and all this other, I'm going to create this unique, beautiful name, Pahame, right? And Pahame, what's that? She's like, how you spell it? So the person say, write it down.
Yep.
She wrote it down. Pajamas. What does that spell?
I don't know. I'm not good at keeping beat. Do it again.
Pajamas.
Pajamas?
Or pajamas.
I was missing an A there. Okay.
So that. I mean,
why
just
the fuck was her
stupid
name?
shit.
Yeah.
Pahame. It's like everybody wants to put a like Target Target.
Oh yeah.
That kind of bullshit. Like, fuck you name your kid pajamas. So anyway, we do get stupid with stuff.
Yes.
Trying to be unique, trying to be different. And the thing about it is, it's like, it's like I'm gonna be, what do you call it? That the group that wears all black.
The fucking Diddy's crew, the Punishers. No.
Damn. How far we have fallen. No, the Gothic kids, right? Oh, yeah, it's like, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna be a Gothic.
Yep.
And then you get around a bunch of Gothics and you're not unique anymore. You're just one of them, right? And I'm picking on them because it's kind of easy, but if you want to be unique, I don't even know how you can be unique today because there's somebody like everybody else.
Right.
You just might not be around them. But then that's why you got online and social forums and stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. Stop trying to be unique. Just be useful, I guess.
Well, before we wrap up with Agree to Disagree, someone who is unique and useful is Batman. It was Batman Day the other day, Adrian. And I was just to point out what we were talking about earlier with a creator. You create a character, and then years and years go on and evolves into something else. I wanted to go back to the origin, not the Thomas Wayne, the origin. But we don't need to see that. But the origin of why this character was created and by whom and who the character was when it was initially created. So Bob Kane, he created Batman in early 1939. The reason why he created Batman, believe it or not, was to capitalize on the popularity of Superman. Superman was the first superhero created, kicking ass. We just like most businesses, we need another one, right? Okay, make me another one. They made Batman. And then Bill Finger also helped with this creation, and he developed the concept from a generic superhero. He's the one that kind of took it from this generic superhero and morphed it more into a bat. They drew inspiration from some Pulp Fiction characters like The Shadow. Remember The Shadow?
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes as well. So you get kind of the, and then the Green Hornet was another one. And it started in like the Detective Comics line. His first appearance was the Detective Comics number 27. So he didn't even have his own comic line. Then it eventually spun off into Batman in 1940. Unlike most superheroes at the time, no superpowers. And I don't know that his moral code was, I think it was more something to do with the comic code itself of like heroes couldn't kill. I don't know that that was necessarily a bad, because eventually he did kill in the comics, and then they created this no kill rule. So that wasn't like a thing from day one as far as I know. But no superpowers. He just relied on his intellect, fighting skills, and wealth. So my point is that was who he was created as. And then he's evolved into this character. A lot of those key points have remained with him.
Sure.
But it just says he was good at fighting. We know that now, and relying on his intellect. Well, he's now evolved into one of the most intelligent people in the DC universe, right?
140 fighting skills he's mastered.
Dude, that's more than just he has fighting skills.
Right.
And then wealth. I mean, he ended up, wealth to like literally the founding fathers of Gotham almost, the Wayne family. I mean, one of the few, right? So they escalated, they evolved this character into what we see today. And back then he was, a human, just a dude fighting other dudes.
Right.
And there's a dude playing a dude by another dude. He's a dude fighting other dudes dressed as a dude. Now we've seen him go toe to toe with your boy Superman. We've seen him swipe Green Lantern's ring.
Right.
I mean, they've taken that, basic kind of foundation and evolved him into this character that we know today, where now we know that, or now it's evolved to the point where Batman is the identity, Bruce Wayne's the mask. I doubt they had that figured out or even discussed it back then. It was just, he's Bruce Wayne in this panel, and then he's fucking Batman in the next,
Right.
Not
I mean,
Batman,
they all did that. I mean, if you look at, you see the image of Superman on the intro for Peacemaker.
Oh yeah.
See what he looked like?
Yep.
I mean, he could outrun a train and jump over buildings, but he couldn't fly. He didn't have all this other shit. So yeah, sure.
That's a great point about Superman. Like, what they say, he can leap tall buildings in a single bound, faster than the speed of light, whatever.
Speed of bullet.
Speed of a bullet. Faster than a
the
locomotive.
Faster than a locomotive.
Yep.
Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound.
Something about a bullet.
Something about a bullet.
Who knows? But now it's evolved to where he can literally fly, levitate. He can hear things from across the galaxy.
Right.
Superman, so the point is just because you had this foundation of an idea, which was great,
sure,
and then 80 years go by, and the company who you made that idea for evolves that character to something else, it ain't really your character anymore. It was based on your foundation. Hey, great idea. It's like, dude, who was the guy? Edison created the light bulb, allegedly?
He stole it.
He stole it.
Yeah.
He was credited as the creator.
Yeah.
Well, these fucking lights in here he didn't create.
Right.
He don't get paid off of these lights unless you're using Edison bulbs. He's been long gone. Anyways.
Just like Ford is attributed to creating a car, but he did not. He didn't even create the assembly line, which he's also famous for. That was created by somebody else. He just took the credit.
Yep.
Because remember, back in the day, anyway, we don't get into that. That's other stuff.
Yep. I know where you're going, Adrian. Was it someone who didn't look like Ford that may have created that?
Yes.
Are you saying they race swapped the creator?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Okay. I thought you were going to say it's a black dude that created it.
Well, he did give credit to black people, because he said that if you can have any color you want to in this car as long as it's black.
Okay. I don't even know how to interpret that. One thing I do know is what's next, Adrian. agree to disagree, the end of the show.
There
And
you
you
go.
have to wait another week before we grace you with our presence again. Or you can catch us on other stuff or other places. Or watch the past stuff. I mean, we're everywhere, Adrian.
Yeah,
we're Mike and Adrian. We're fun with Mike and Adrian.
All right.
All right. Agree to disagree. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, what am I doing? Boom. All right. We're doing it while we're doing it. No Diddy. Number 1. Here we go. I'm starting off hot, Adrian. I'm giving you a warning. I am glazing Batman because it was Batman Day. So, number 1, The Batman was better than Superman.
Agree.
Okay. The Batman was better than The Dark Knight. Come on, you gotta think about this. I know you're a Dark Knight glazer. It's okay.
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
Disagree.
All right. Number 3. Kristen Milioti should reprise her role as Sofia Falcone in the Batman 2. Matt Reeves, what the fuck are you doing?
And you had me until in the Batman movie. Yes, she should definitely reprise her role. Should she do it in the new Batman? I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
So disagree.
Disagree. Number 4. Robert Downey Jr. will not look like Tony Stark in Avengers Doomsday.
I don't even know why we still having this conversation, but agree.
No. He's going to look like a dude playing another dude called Victor Von Doom.
There you go.
Fuck. Terminator 2 Judgment Day is the best Terminator movie.
Yes.
Even better than the first.
I would say yeah.
Okay.
I would say yeah. I agree.
And they should have stopped at number 2.
Yes.
Fuck. Last but not least, based off of
T-1000, baby.
Oh, dude. Who's now the Peacemaker's dad.
Right?
I guess, would that be a glow up or a glow down? I don't even know. That's probably pretty even. Number 7, Elodie Young's Elektra is leaps and bounds better than Jennifer Gardner's.
Agree.
But I don't really think either one of them need to be in Doomsday.
No.
Anyways, and then the last one is just go subscribe to our page. Go check out Only Comics YouTube and subscribe to the page and drop us a comment. But we appreciate you guys watching. So, Adrian, another week, more fun, another banger, another week, another banger, as they say. That's what we do. We deliver bangers, Adrian. Mm-hmm. You're just getting banged when you're here on Only Comics, kind of. Not really. Where can you get this amazing shirt that Adrian's wearing, you ask? You can go on onlycomicsmerch.com. You check out our big list of comic books on there. And another thing that's coming soon are the packages.
Okay.
Packages of comics. We're working on some, we got the Secret Wars one I'm working through, but realize that there's more of a desire for others. So we're going to have like a Batman package, top Batman graphic novels. It will have some X-Men, Marvel, so just look for that soon. Do I know when? No, I don't, but real soon. Anyways, Adrian, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely, man.
Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the comments. Shout out to the interns. Subscribe if you haven't already, and you know where to find us every week right here on Only Comics. We'll see you next week.
Peace.